A lot of people will tell you, borrow my courage, and you will borrow their courage to take some action. And it can be an action in any relationship, in any scenario, in any event of your life. It can be you borrowing courage from somebody else to take some action, to make some investment, to show up somewhere, to take a chance on something really good. And a lot of times it will turn out great. Okay? It will turn out great. But when you're borrowing, it's still limited. It's still limited of what you can create from their courage, from the borrowed courage. It is still so very limited. Why is that limited? Because you couldn't come to trust yourself to take that action. And that's why the courage that you borrowed from somebody else to take a decision that will impact you and how you move, how you show up, what decision you take. So the courage that you borrow from somebody else to do something, to think a certain way, to be a certain way, will always be limited. So what is the other way to do that? The other way to do that is to source our courage from our own inner endlessness, our own inner infinity. And I am going to talk about in a very deeper and so much aligned context in the Her Infinity Codes Mastermind, because this is one of the things that define whatever you create outside in your life. It defines how long what you created will last. It defines how much stability, grace, dignity, joy, harmony, what you're creating will bring in your life. That's why when your source is not anyone else, when your source becomes you, when your source becomes the infinite part of you, the results will be different. The stability will be different. The impact, the lasting fulfillment through that result will be different. Other part of borrowing courage from somebody else. If the courage that you borrowed is not embodied you, what you do with that courage, there will be a lack of responsibility, accurate, complete responsibility, as well as there will also be a lack of respect for what you do, what you desire, and that lack of your involvement, of your care in what you are showing up for will also show up in the result. It might not be exactly what you expected it to be. It might not come in peace. It might come with chaos, might carry a lot of baggage with it. Think of it this way. You borrowing money from somebody for something that you think you should be doing, and you borrowed the money. Now it becomes your responsibility to what you do with the money. It's not on the person that you borrowed from, what you create with that money, where you put that money into. It's not on the other person. It's your responsibility. There is no space for lack of responsibility over there. And that's exactly how we need to treat our own courage. When courage is sourced from within, you will be absolutely 100% responsible for how you move, how you show up, how much commitment you are giving yourself, and how much strength you are holding in yourself when you are putting yourself on line with your desire. Your courage will also determine how you will look at the ups and downs on your way to your desire. So instead of borrowing courage to take action, to invest in ourselves, in the service of our soul, in the service of developing our gifts and our connection to the soul, to bridge the gap between our soul and our human mind. So instead of borrowing that courage, why not trust that we have the courage? You have the courage. That's why you are here. So if you are here and we are talking and we are having this conversation, I want you to take a moment today and allow yourself to look at the moments in your life where you've had the courage. But I want you to allow yourself to also feel what that courage did for you. How much were you invested in the entire process of that decision that you took with courage? So it might take courage, and why might? It will take courage for you to choose to enter this mastermind. And I want it that way. I want it that way, that you feel the need, the desire to be courageous to enter the Infinity Codes Mastermind. Because that's the woman who will be able to access everything that I'm going to deliver in this mastermind. That's the woman who is available to actually look at everything within her and decide that from this point onwards, I want to create from infinity. I want to create from endless. And the areas where I don't do that yet, I'm willing to shift that. And it gets to be easier for me to shift that. So that's the woman who will actually be able to make the most of it. So that's why it's so important for us to have this conversation even before you enter the masterclass, even before you enter the Her Infinity Codes Mastermind. I have the launch video, or in fact, I don't even want to call it a launch video. It's actually a conversation that I'm having about Infinity Codes Mastermind. It's not a launch. It's a conversation. It's the space that holds women who desire so deeply, so courageously, in so much trust. It's for them. So I'm having a conversation. Trust yourself to take this decision. Follow that light inside you. It will never wrong you. It is meant to lead you, so it will never lead you on the wrong path. Even if there are decisions that you feel in the past you couldn't follow through in the best way, I assure you, you did. So the Infinity Codes Mastermind video is also linked here, and as well as the many ways to work with me are also linked here. Those are the conversations that I'm having, and I love that I'm getting to have these conversations, and I have the opportunity to really bring these things to you and other people. Oh, I'm so excited for those of you who are watching the masterclass. I am so excited for you to shift into a new timeline. Take a moment, find those scenarios and events in your life where you have felt the courage, assess the courage, look at yourself. You're so powerful. You're so amazing. Be led by that light. I'm enjoying the work, and I want you to enjoy the work when you enter this. This is not a pressure zone. No, this is not a stress zone. This is a pressure zone. Of course it is. And if that investment is pushing you, putting a pressure on you, and you can hold that and you can feel the courage inside you to take that decision, even then, you will be a different consciousness after those 7 weeks of this mastermind. And you will have so much connection to the power in you, to the strength in you. And you will have so much joy in your life. I love that I get to create that with you. And what can I say? This is the most amazing thing to be talking about. A human, a soul wanting to create what they desire, what they truly feel in their heart that they are meant to have, and to explore that feeling, that desire with courage. This is the most beautiful work ever. I am so excited for you to watch the videos, to enter the masterclass. The other one is the ways to work with me conversation, in which I'm talking about how you can actually work with me. And that is going on a very, very special offer right now. I know it is, I know it's on such a special offer price right now, because what I'm building here, this business, and I'm talking about this because number one, this is coming through. That's why I'm talking about it. Okay. Because I feel that this is the right place to show you that the courage which is sourced from infinity feels like this. It brings so much joy, so much excitement, so much pressure, and so much capacity to build and hold and keep creating, to keep learning and to keep growing it. Whatever you're creating, you keep growing it. So I felt the courage to step into this work even more fully when I saw the date exam is going to be. I'm preparing for my dental license in Canada. It's a whole process of different things that you need to do to practice as a dentist. Now I have classes going on for them, and I love that work. I truly do. I love that work. But you know what? I cannot choose between this work and that work. I cannot choose. And I love that I cannot choose, because I just connect with it that I'm meant to have everything. So why not these two? Today morning when I read the date on the website of that college, and I was like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing the mastermind. I'm doing the launch. I'm doing the next thing that is on my mind to bring, because this is the long game I'm here for. And when I say game, I mean courage. I mean desire. I mean my infinite potential to bring you into the infinity and go into the masterclasses. Go into the masterclasses. You will be infused with so much. I cannot imagine the impact, but I'm so excited for the impact. Learn to source the courage from within, from the infinity. And if you do know how it feels like, learn to hold it for longer times. Embody it. Don't just be an acquaintance to the infinity. Connect with it. Strengthen that connection. This is a beautiful last line, right? I love you. Thank you for being here. Let your infinity shine through you in your life, in your decisions, in everything that you do and everything you be.